Alright, where's the fucking YouTube at? Oh, I don't have Restream up. So, if anybody's typing in chat, I have no fucking idea. Now I'll be able to see, but before I wasn't because I'm an idiot. Post this on Discord. Okay. Hang on, I need to set everything up. If anybody posted on YouTube in the past, like, 2 minutes or something, I would not have been capable of reading your message. Not that I would assume that people would be capable of, getting into the stream that quickly. But, oh well. Now it's time to relearn. Yes, the cat. Now it's time to relearn, Time to relearn how to play on fucking... Playing on not delay. So easy, man. Oh, man, so fucking easy, holy fuck. Not much. Eating my own shit after realizing I was playing on delay. I mean, no fucking wonder I wasn't capable of pulling off like half the shit. Yeah, that's not going to work. Damn it, Cortex. I'm kind of curious to see if I can, like, fuck something up. Hang on. I just want to see if this is possible real quick. Hold on. Damn it. Damn it, Cortex. Bam. Hmm? Interesting. Okay. What? There's two things I want to check out, and also practice. I need to relearn the body slam because I only learned it on delay, so I need to practice it before I start actually doing runs. This I don't need to relearn, it's just sometimes sometimes judgment sucks with that. Cool.
Victor and Moritz's stronghold of evil.
This is where we wrong the rights and sweep the past under the rug. I'm gonna do the body slam a couple of times and then, so this is what I'm gonna tell everybody. Don't get your hopes up too high, but there is a much higher chance of me PBing right, today. A very high chance of me PBing tonight. But I need to perfect this first. So I'll give myself like 10-20 minutes of this, and then I'll get into runs. I did a couple of runs this morning for like 15 minutes. I made it up to this point twice. While I was half asleep. So I am going to say this, like, and I shouldn't be this confident, but I'm very confident in saying, like, I'm going to PB today. Unless this body slam does not want me to PB, I'm most likely going to PB today. It's dependent upon the body slam. If this body slam doesn't want to work, then yeah, like that. I don't know how to do this anymore because I'm not on delay. Since this trick was labbed back in 2018 and I did it on emulator, and then basically since my fucking monitor was not set to the lowest possible delay because I'm dumb, essentially I have to delete all of the muscle memory and pretty much just relearn the trick from scratch. Okay. Okay. Okay.ゲイプロ？え？G プロじゃねえか。こんにちは。え、どうして？まあ、俺、年上から、平気よ。でも今、こんばんは、だよね。こんばんは。夜だよね。People don't usually say こんにちは unless the person is older or of higher status. Though you can say こんばんは because it is night. Otherwise, probably better to just say おはようございます. When in doubt, just say おはようございます. Because you can say that even if it's not actually good morning. Or even if it's not morning, おはようございます is pretty universal. If I don't know what to say, I usually say おはようございます. こんにちは I'll say to somebody that I really don't know and I want to be formal to. Like my professors or teachers that I don't know very well. But otherwise, I'd say おはようございます. Oh my fuck. This is going to be a little bit... I know, it might seem like I'm playing on more delay because I'm fucking this up, but it's not true. The opposite is true. When you see me play the rest of the game, you'll notice. You had to guess. Oh, it's G. G Pro. Probably the better way to do it would just be to write. Probably, to write it with, it's probably better to write it with, just by Roman. The Roman alphabet. And then just put san after it. Jipuro-san. Gi? No, that's gi. It's, you're supposed to write G. That's not what you're getting wrong. You're getting the sound. The vowel, is the issue. Is not the issue, it's the consonant sound. Because at first you write gay, and the second time you wrote gi, it should be G, which you could type with G or with a J. If you're writing in Romaji, you can type J-I dash or Z-H, I think. It would be G, yeah. Because phonetically G, it wouldn't be the G-E, it would be G and then you add a dash. Okay, I wanted to look at this. Nah, it's too high. Good. Because when you're dealing with katakana, normally double length vowels are expressed through a hyphen. Like morning or yeah, like that. This is so easy. What? I expected to die there. That makes sense, yeah. And then generally you would put sa after the name. Honorifics are important. Unless you know the person very well. Yeah, that wasn't gonna work. Damn it. Especially if you're saying konnichiwa. Oh, since konnichiwa is very formal, you definitely want to add the formality and use san. Even though san's not formal, but if you don't use the honorific while being formal, this fucking ball. Damn it. Yo, what's up? Oh, here we go. There we go. That feels so fucking nice. Good. Ooh, look at how smooth this is. Hold up. Whoa, this movement is fucking insane. What the hell? Look how far ahead I was on that cycle. What the fuck? Hold up. What is... Whoa. Fucking make it. Thank you. There we go. That's how I like it. Yep. Fuck it. Let's do a slide jump. Made it. Well, it's partially formal. It follows formal... It follows the formal, like the formula, but it's not, it's not entirely formal. Oh, you bitch. Alright. Fuck it. Let's do runs. It comes from... Ohayou, but it's downgraded as, it's used formally. Hey? なんだこりゃ I can't read that. I don't know if you're trying to tell me good luck. That's what it looks like you're trying to say. Gracias por la suerte. Good luck. If you want to wish somebody good luck in Japanese, would just be good luck. Or gambatte. They don't usually, at least in Japanese, they don't say good luck. Osu. It's not osu, it's osu. Otherwise, osu means to press. Osu. Sí, en japonés. Esfuérzate. También. How do you say hello in English? Yo, what's good? Os. That's how you write it. Os. You don't write it os. You write it os. Gambate con doble T. Literalmente es esfuérzate. Pero también es buena suerte. O ánimo. Depende del contexto. It's double S. I mean, I thought you were, since you were already doing katakana, that you would know how to write hiragana. It's a double consonants. Double consonant. It's a double consonant. Os. Just like saying gambatte. You wouldn't say gambate. You'd say gambatte. Ite. Ohayosu. That's what os stands for, is ohayosu, which is a slightly less formal version. ¿Por qué no estás aprendiendo inglés? Gambatte. Arigato na. Five-letter word to start your Wordle. Start. Pues a lo mejor si estás en regiones en que hay angloparlantes y no entiendes nada, a lo mejor aprende inglés para entender a la gente. Eso no importa. Si quieres saber, o sea, si quieres entender, literalmente hay una opción y nada más. Aprendes inglés. Con el traductor, obviamente funciona muy mal. A lo mejor aprendes inglés. Es el único consejo. Peppa Pig. Pues es un buen consejo, en verdad. No, en serio. En serio, es un buen consejo. Ver algo como Peppa Pig. Yo digo en serio. Yo digo seriamente. It's the little ts. That's what the double consonant is. It's the little ts. Which is in both hiragana and katakana. Osu. Yes. Fuck. Sí, es un consejo que la gente se hace gracia, pero es un buenísima, es un comentario buenísima. En serio, tengo un compañero en mi clase que literalmente ha aprendido español por ver Peppa Pig en español. Y tiene un buen acento. Sabe extremadamente bien el español. Funciona tan bien. Sí, profesor. Arigato. Oh, do itashimashite. Eso no te sirve. A lo mejor esto. Pues si yo fuese tú, o sea, en tu lugar, estudiaría muchísima para entender el idioma. Si quieres saber lo que dice la gente angloparlante. Y nada más. Muchas veces la gente como así, no puedo, es demasiado fácil, es demasiado difícil, no puedo, no puede ser. No funciona. No se sirve. Literalmente, hazlo. O no. Pero si no haces, a mí no deberías quejar. Básicamente. Es que mucha gente no es genia. Yo no soy genio. Mucha gente como Tropitaz, por ejemplo, sabe inglés bien. No es genio. Aquí no hay genios. Es que solo tienes que hacer es esforzarte y nada más. Esforzarte. Con la esfuerza puedes hacer, puedes conseguir, puedes alcanzar lo que quieras. Nada más. Y no es que no es mi intento que ofenderte, pero es un consejo. O sea, la realidad es que la gente que quiere saber otro lenguaje tiene que esforzarse. Y nada más. Es difícil. De hecho, desde hace 10 años no podía entender Él habla español. Sí, podía leer, pero no podía entender. Él habla español. Quizás no, tal vez no podéis creerme, pero sí. Es que me estaba enfadado, me estaba frustrando a mí mismo. Y eso, no quería continuar, no quería seguir. Literalmente, no seguía continuando estudiar español hasta 2019, el año 2019, hace 6 años. Y ahora sí, puedo entender el habla español. Puedo entender el habla español con todas mis esfuerzos. Literalmente, al principio, el cambio tiene que... Atarashi ruto de... Seiken shita hashiri o... He... He... 全然わかんない。全然わかんない。Pues sí. Yo lo sabía. Hace 15 años. Estaba aprendiendo español. Es cuestión de tiempo. Y eres joven también. Run? Why would you translate run into Japanese? Probably what you would say is RTA Atarashi RTA what would you say that? Dashimasu ka? Like it appeared, or like it came about, or it's like being done. So I would say dashimasu ka? Atarashi ruto o 新しい RTA ルートを出しますか？できますか？うん、できるよ。うん、これもっと早いよね、このルート。Something like that. But you cannot. Japanese is not a language you can translate And run is not really translated, but speed running is RTA, which is real-time attack. So, and I mean, streaming is 配信。RTA 配信をしますか? I mean, 当然だろうね。おかしいだろ。バカじゃねえか。Can the new route work? Dekimasu ka? No, it means can you do it? It doesn't mean can it work. The can it work is dekiagarimasu ka? Can you do it is dekimasu ka? Like I said, it does not, Japanese doesn't translate well into other languages. Because it's subject omitted. Hey, Carrie, thanks for the good luck. Damn it, come on. I mean, if you want to ask if there's a new route, you can just say, 新しいルートあるよね? Or, ありますよね? I have no idea what that means, but the answer is almost definitely no. It translates to attempt. It doesn't matter what it translates to. Because just because it has a translation doesn't mean that it's going to make sense in the long run. Because, like I said, Japanese is not a language that you could easily just translate things into. Just because like it has an equivalent doesn't mean that it can be used in the same context. Like, the best way, especially because, like, Japanese being a context-based language, you don't necessarily need to translate word for word everything that you're going to say. And because it's a prominent topic comment language, what you do is you put the most important information at the beginning and at the end of the sentence. So, for example, you want to talk about the new route. I mean, I would know, I've been studying Japanese for a while. And I've also spoken with Japanese people. The thing is like, you don't need to say like, oh, is this a new run, or can it work in the run? What you would say is, if you really want to say exactly that, the best way to say it is, 新しいルートがありますよね。出来上がりますか？お、できるよ。それだけ。Because the more you say, the more it just becomes word salad. And a lot of times, like, especially if you put that word salad in the middle of the sentence, Japanese person is just going to literally ignore you. Because their language is centered around the most prominent information is going to be at the beginning and at the end of the sentence. And the middle is supposed to be not necessarily irrelevant, but a lot of times it's not as important as the beginning and at the end of the sentence. So, and basically things that don't matter per se, or things that can be understood through context, usually you would not directly say them. You would say them indirectly. Of course, there are ways to say these things, but a lot of times, if you're trying to add more context or go strictly based off of translation, you're going to end up confusing Japanese people. And they most likely will not, like, they will pretend that they understand if they don't understand, and then just kind of switch the subject, because it's like, they're not going to tell you that they don't understand what you're saying because they don't want to be mean to you, because, well, you're not really in their crowd, essentially. That's one of the ways that Japanese society functions, is you have the inner and outer circle, and the outer circle is always treated very nicely. So if they don't really understand, they won't tell you. But if they don't want to talk to you, they will tell you, like, I don't understand. It's kind of difficult. 難しいよね。いや、僕わかりませんけど、さ... And then they'll change the subject. It's just like, it's part of their social habits. It's not their fault, that's just how these things come about. And trying to go strictly by translation is going to be very awful if you're just trying to, like, interact with Japanese people. Especially because, like, what's separating the import into the... No. No, that would make it worse. In Japanese, less is more and more is less. If you want to add modifiers in the beginning, it's fine. But, less is more and more is less. The less you say, the better. But also, bearing in mind a lot of, like, the social constructs that they have is incredibly important, because it's very embedded into their language as a highly context-based language. Best way to really do is just to learn words and learn how they are used, and learn how the Japanese people use it, because while they might partially understand you, it's, if you go based off of, like I said, translation, it's not going to work. Now, if you're wondering, like, wait, why would that ever make sense? Like, why couldn't you translate? And the reason why you can translate between pretty much most of like Arabic, English, Romance languages, Germanic languages and Slavic languages is because our languages all came from Indo-European. Asian languages are completely different. They're a completely different family that are so far removed from ours that, like, the concepts of, like, how words are used and all this other stuff, like the cultural context, the social context, the usage of words, it's all completely different. So, basically, the best way to learn Japanese is to understand that you need to go through a very large mental change in order to be able to properly comprehend, like, what the fuck is going on. You can't keep the same frame of mind, which is incredibly hard when you're an adult, but you can't keep the same frame of mind learning a language that has an entirely different root from your own. it's a completely different mental game, because like once you actually start being able to think in that language, you start realizing how the fuck can you do this. Yes, it is an entirely different system from speaking, because literary language is also like a social thing that's based off of cultural norms and memes. It's the same reason why anime is usually portrayed as such, because anime doesn't reflect speaking because it uses literary tropes, whereas their dramas don't. They reflect like people, everyday people more often than not. It's all completely different. Like, it functions in the same way like that our writing systems have. Like, you know, it is different, but the thing is it doesn't reflect as much because they use tropes that are embedded in their culture and embedded in their history. It's very different. But most of it is you got to change the way that you think about how the language works if you want to easily be able to make sentences in the language. And I say this knowing very well I am not fluent in Japanese. I'm not close to being fluent in Japanese. But I know enough to get by. And while I betcha a native would understand what you're trying to say... Damn it, I jumped too early. A learner would probably only know what you're saying if they're earlier into it. And also, don't trust translation systems. It's very, 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 very spotty for Japanese. Very spotty. It can be like, I have looked up stuff just to see how fucked up it is, and you get a completely different sentence. It's better to get the actual definitions. If you really, really want to get decent at Japanese quickly, the best way is through studying kanji, and basically, like, pretty much just learn all of the yomikata, which is the reading. No, the best way is literally just learn how to read. And you need to learn, like, all of it, and then you have to basically absorb basic structures. But also having to understand that, like, it's very different. Understanding that and then going through all of that. Like, it's different from English. Really watching streamers is a good way to pick up how people talk naturally. Even if they're acting like it, a lot of it slips out. And translate it back. Oh, that is not gonna help. If it gives most of the context enough. It doesn't work that way because it's AI translated. Like, it could come back that way, but it's not going to be good enough for, it's not going to be good enough. Not between Japanese and English. It's a trick, but nothing is going to replace actual, like, human created sentences. Human created sentences will work. I would, from personal experience, I would say it is not decent enough to be used. It might work for natives, because they have enough of an idea of the language to be capable of, like, inferring what you mean. But a lot of times, like, for example, just as an example, a lot of times if you're trying to, like, translate certain things, like, hello, my name is, let's say, Jipro. Konnichiwa. Watashi wa Jipro-san desu. If I were actually, like, to, let's say like I'm in front of, like, a classroom or something, what I would say is, like, minasan, ohayou gozaimasu. Boku no namae wa Jipro desu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Or I might say, Jipro tomo shimasu. Jipro to iimasu. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Or I might say, watakushi wa Jipro tomo shimasu. Yoroshiku onegai itashimasu. Or to somebody, like, you know, random off of the street that I know is about my age, I would say, Hajimemashite. 僕は G プロと言います。よろしくお願いします。名前は But if you were to use a translator, it would probably be like, 君の名前は何ですか? Or it might say, あなたの名前は何ですか? Which you don't want to say. That is actually, like, culturally incredibly inappropriate, because if you say anata, usually you either really fucking hate the person or you're in love with them. You don't want to say that. Pronouns are not a good thing to use in Japanese if you don't know how to use them well. It's better to call somebody by their name, or by using noun replacements like musume or one-san, oni-san, kare. And even then, you don't really want to say kare or kanojo, because those also mean boyfriend and girlfriend. And a translator cannot distinguish those two from each other. Pronoun exclusion and subject exclusion is, like, really hard for, it's really hard for machine translation. Ore. I mean, I only use ore if I'm in informal settings. If I were being informal, I would probably say, Yo, ore wa G Pro. Yoroshiku tanomu ze. Which people would probably cringe because I said tanomu ze. But like today when I was in the we were doing a conversation hour in Japanese, and I have a friend who also went to Japan. Afterwards, I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said, "Meshi koze," which, if I translate that literally, it's like, grub go. Grub, let's go. That is, like, the way to translate it. Otherwise, it would just be like a shokuji, or shokudo, or tabemono o ikimashou ne. Oof. It's just easier to say meshi koze. Or meshi kouka. But it always comes down to the, it always comes down to basically, machine learning is really fucking bad for Japanese. I would not trust it. If you're learning off of it, stop immediately. Study kanji instead. Study grammar instead. Because if you're doing machine translation to learn how to say stuff, you're going to get it wrong 95% of the time. And people are going to, like, look at you funny. Or they won't treat you right. Jose wa dai? Wa dai? Jose? 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 Eh? 大好きで、I mean, like, that's what you wrote, so, like... How would you normally say that? I mean, you're trying to say that she's a beautiful girl, right? 美少女だね。綺麗だね。Or you might say, 可愛いよね。この子。You like beautiful women? Women? 綺麗な女が好き。That's how you would say it. Women? What do you mean women? Exactly. Because the thing is Japanese does not have plurality. Bro is trying to say he likes beautiful women in Japanese and use the term for girls. Or like it refers to like girls in the context of like basically like gender. So josei would be like josei nagakuse, which would just be like female students. In a way, it's not really like that. There is no plurality in Japanese. there's no plurality. So, like, if you want to say... There's no plural in Japanese, so, like, if you want to say something is plural, you have to count it. But otherwise, like, the whole concept of plurality in Japanese doesn't exist. So if you... Hito desu. Hito ga imasu. That just means there's people. It could be one person, it could be 2 people, it could be 3 people, it could be 50 people, it could be 100 people. It could refer to the whole fucking human race. So this. For this reason, machine translation will give you something like josei. It might give you otome. It might give you musume. It might give you onesan. It might give you onnanoko. It might give you onnanohito. It might give you all these things, and the thing is that these words are used in context. Machine translation cannot infer the context. So, before starting to make sentences, it is a very good idea. Study. Even more so. All of these words have different meanings. And for that, it's good to like study grammar. It does not really... Okay. I don't know why it gave me a load. Should have spawned me there. Oh, wait, I know where... It was trying to put me up top, wasn't it? It was trying to put me up top, wasn't it? Like, I'm not saying you should stop, but also, like, take a step back a little bit. Work on your reading. Learn some words. And then once you can do that... Duolingo's not always gonna be great for you, but... Oh, wait. Did I just load it? I think I just loaded it. Damn it. No, I didn't. Good. Work with it. Pick up some words. And then basically just listen and copy how people talk. It's... But, if you're... It's good for learning characters, yeah, I can say that. I should probably pick it up for kanji. Well, I have somebody that's gonna be helping me with kanji soon. That person is not gonna be here tomorrow, and we're gonna be practicing every Tuesday. Oh, damn it. But I say a lot of this stuff pretty much to kind of like put into perspective. Remember Japanese does not function the way our languages do. I can be a stickler when it comes to this stuff, but with Japanese, it's very tricky. And also, if people don't understand you, it can be very frustrating. it's good to kind of like get a lot of habits out early on. But reading is hyper essential. Grammar is also hyper essential. Counting is fun because you have counting words, and it changes depending on the object. Like for example, if you have if you're playing cards, for example, and it's like, oh, I have like 7 cards. Nanamai desu. But say like you have, I don't know, like 2 rings. Nigo desu. Nigo ga arimasu. Or maybe it's Nico, I can't remember. Sango would be, yeah, it would be Nico and then Sango. For people, it's, you know, hitori, hitari, 3人, 4人, for cats and dogs, Neko ga 1匹, which means I have 1. 2匹, which is 2. 3匹, which is 3. For rabbits and birds, it's wa. For cylindrical objects, it's hong. So one like cylindrical object would be like ippon. 2 would be nihon. Just like the island of Japan, Nihon. For non-specific, you basically use Japanese counting, so hitotsu, 2つ, 3つ, 4つ, 5つ, 6つ, 9つ, 4つ. I don't remember what 9 is. You don't really use 9, anything above 9 most of the time for those. And having to know, this is the Anime Man video. I mean, the thing is like anything that he does, it's correct. The man speaks Japanese better than natives do. And he's half native. There's a reason, like, and I mean, don't get me started on verb conjugation, because verbs are very weird and they don't really work the same way ours do. Some scholars even debate if Japanese even conjugates verbs, because, what do you mean half native? Well, he's half Japanese. He didn't really learn Japanese entirely at home. He had to kind of teach himself a lot of it. But I mean, I say all these things, it's not like Japanese is like some mystical fucking language. People speak it, it's just that, like, humans speak it, but that doesn't mean... Humans can learn it, but it's still something very different from... If you're born there, there's no half. I'm talking about speaking the damn language, not I'm talking about speaking the language, not that. Different. But bro taught himself, basically. No, he didn't. No, he didn't live in Japan while he was a kid. At least, like, for a decent amount of time. He taught himself. He taught himself, most of it. And I mean, don't get me wrong. English and Japanese are his first languages. I don't know which one's his native language, because native language is a weird subject when it comes to people who grew up bilingual. And not everyone in bilingual households keeps their native language. If we go on VTubers, Henya's native language is English. But she stayed in Japan, she lost most of her English, even though it was her native language. But Japanese is still her first language. Because first languages are different. They use different parts of your brain than second languages. No, you should learn. You should learn from him, because, like, somebody like that is incredibly valuable for language learning. Because the thing is if somebody essentially, like, learned it like a second language, which means that they get most of the technical know-how, but also speak it as a first language, that person is invaluable for, like, learning. Because you get the technical and the technical know-how and the native aspect. It kind of, like, huge. Why are we talking about kidnapping people in my chat? That's weird. Don't do that. Y'all are better than this. I'm gonna lose like a second. It's fine though. Help, what is happening? I don't know, but it probably should stop. I swear, if this is the fucking run and it gets into the VOD, you guys have nobody but yourselves to blame. I don't know how the fuck that worked, but whatever. Okay. There we go. Good. Did I end up testing this twin split idea? Not yet. Fuck you! Come on, man. I hate that I keep fucking that up. I was kind of hoping other people would test it out. I don't have enough time in my day to do any testing. Not until the weekend. To like basically like break everything down. That's why I was telling other people, just to hope that that twin split idea could be used. And also, it is very boring if I'm the person that's like finding a lot of the stuff. Like, I think it's a good idea to like give other people ideas and let them like see if they can work something out. Come on. Come on, bit it. What? Gun ma bit it. Okay, good night. I shouldn't be... There we go. I think this is my route PB. It is not. There's my route PB. That 1041 was my average. I'll give myself about an hour and 30 minutes because I do have to do a small test. And then I'll go to bed. Then I have an exam tomorrow. What kind of exam was it? Why was I playing on delay? Okay, so I was stupid and I didn't set the monitor delay to fastest. So I was playing on delay. So I was essentially playing, like, those, like, grinds, I was playing with probably, like, somewhere in the realm of, like, 5 to 7 milliseconds of delay. Which pretty much explains, like, all of my oh, you fucking asshole. It explains, like, all of my problems that I've had. So, yeah. I am gonna lose a second because I'm down on life, but it's fine. Oh yeah, what's going on, Zarin? Oh, you motherfucking bitch. That's another, like, I think, second and a half, so... Yep. No, it's 2 seconds, actually. Yep. The game really tried to prevent me from... Fuck you! It tried so hard to prevent me from getting that twin jump. The game blocked me several times while I was doing those jumps, and I don't know how I adjusted. I just adjusted to it. But I have to relearn how to land on that lip because I was doing it on delay. I have to unlearn, like, several hours of timing. But I'm pretty confident that I'll PB today. And if I don't PB today, it will be... PBing is inevitable. I'll probably be getting home early on Wednesday. So if I don't PB today, Wednesday I will be doing more runs. Please land. Jeez. I'm gonna try to get home probably like around 2-ish. Study for my what's it called? Study for my exam because I have an online exam. And then I'll try to finish it, and then I'll probably be streaming like sometime around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. And then I'll have a lot more time to do runs, and I will be less tired than I am now. There we go. Oh, this is pretty fast, actually. Damn you. It was quite fast, but... No, why do you keep jumping too little, damn it. I'm making it into Hub 4. Unfortunately, my muscle memory's fucked. My muscle memory is mega fucked right now. But most likely, once I reach, once I get into Antagony, it's over. What the fuck is going on? Weirdest post-nut clarity I've had. There we go. Oh yeah, I've been calling that cave the post-nut cave in my mind for a little while now, so like, don't be alarmed. Yeah, I grabbed all the lives, good. I don't know why I needed to check that. $126 is pretty good, actually. Go around the tree. Yep. Post-nut cave. We'll start calling it now. Yes, you should. Okay. Fuck it, let's see if I can do this. I mean, you have nut skip where you nut, and then you have the post-nut cave. I mean, this is called the nut crack. I always forget that I called it nut crack. Moving the nut between the whatchamacallits. I called that the nut crack. If you look in my videos, that's what I call it, the nut crack. Does that make Crash the Nutcracker? No, the nut cracks Crash. Crash gets nut cracked by the fucking nut. Like, it's just a fact of life. Like, the sky is blue. Ocean's got fish in it. It's also got a lot of piss in it. And Crash's nuts get nut cracked by the fucking nut. I don't make the rules. I do not make the rules of nature. Oh boy, are we going with the... Are we going with the opinions? I mean, I guess about a 7. Yeah, yesterday we had a guy shoving opinions down, like... down everybody's throats. It was a bit uncomfortable. That was only one. It's fine. Sounded like I was rapping, really? I'm pretty disillusioned from video game franchises. And the whole industry is not in a good state. There we go. Slide jump, slide jump, slide jump, slide jump, slide jump. Damn you. It's not as bad as it was. Not as bad as it was yesterday. How's it going? It is going. I'm having to basically undo all of the damn muscle memory that I developed while under input delay. So I'm struggling getting into antagony. But everything else is going fine. I mean, I'm getting some... Input delay sucks. Well, see, I didn't know that I was having input delay. Dropped inputs, I wasn't having dropped inputs issues. I didn't have my monitor set properly. Hang on. I'm gonna set this to frame lock. That's triple buffer. I'm gonna set it to frame lock. How much input delay? Don't know. Probably like 7 milliseconds or something like that. There we go. I think Genlock was making the frame delay inconsistent. But it was enough to make a huge difference. Like, basically right now... Not sure when, because of college. Yeah, college is a thing. The unfortunate thing is that a lot of the movement for any percent is very muscle memory based. Okay, maybe I should switch back to Genlock. I'll see. I'm gonna see in a second because I'm starting to have input delay again. Also, let me double check to see if the settings are set. Response time fastest. Yep, okay. I wanted to check that. I mean, you can find time to do runs when you're in college unless your major or your specialization, depending on where you are in the world, demands a lot of your attention. Like, for example, since I'm doing language studies, I actually don't have a lot, or you have to do a job on top of it. I never recommend doing a job while being in college, unless you have to. If you have to, do it, but I would honestly say, like, your studies are way more important than, like, killing yourself over doing a job and stuff. Doing a job and going to, like, school at the same time. Like, if your body if you're able to do it, go for it, but I don't believe most people are built for that. And I think that that's really awful that they expect you to work while going to school. It's terrible. Because, like, how are you expected to be able to learn while you're working a 9 to 5? Or, like, basically working, like, 40 hours a week. How would you be expected to study on top of that? And, like, learn from it. Like, I would assume that a lot of people, which some people could do it. My dad is capable of doing it, but, like, my dad's a special case. Even a part-time job, still, like, that's really not good for you. Like, how would you be expected to, like, actually learn? How could anybody be expected to learn while working? You would just be too tired. Unless you're, like, really, really, really good at getting, like, a good night's sleep and taking good care of yourself. Then maybe. But most people that are, like, college age are very terrible at sleeping, and they're also very terrible at time management, and they're very terrible at health. Trying to fix your sleep schedule. See, there's another issue. Why was I... You haven't woken up past 10 a.m.? As in, you've woken up earlier than 10 a.m.? Because honestly, I don't think that's a bad deal. That's not a bad deal. Some people function better when they wake up early in the morning. If I were you, I would wake up at the same time every day, because that's actually really good for your body to have a very routine, like, if you're waking up at those times, just let your body wake up to it at those times and just sleep earlier. If you shovel some things around, it would probably help give your brain more stability. Unless you have to work nights, then that might be an issue, but if you're waking up at 6 to 6:20, and on some days you don't have classes until 3 hours later, like, you can figure out something you could do. Like, I don't know, you could go on YouTube, watch some videos, or take your time to make yourself a good breakfast. Get a good morning walk in. Take a short drive. Help yourself relax and wake up for it. I'm not saying that sarcastically. I mean that being, like, actually, I'm dead serious about that. It's like probably I'm not trying to make you feel bad either. It's like, fighting it is probably a bad thing. Unless you need to change it, but... I mean, mind you, I am a morning person. It has been quite some time. I mean, to be fair, I came back from Japan. My sleep schedule was really fucked when I came back. I'm still feeling the effects. It'll probably be gone next month. But, in any case, like... a good, like, I'm a morning person, and I very rarely go to bed, or I very rarely wake up past, like, 7 a.m. Recently, on weekends, I wake up at 8, but on weekdays, I wake up at, like, 6:50-ish. And I am also a morning person. I'm also lucky because my classes, my classes per day start, like, at the same time and end at the same time every day I go to classes. So, like, Monday through Thursday, my first class is at 11, and my, wait, was it 11? Hang on. Yeah, 11. And then ends at 5. But I also have to drive like an hour. What am I studying? I'm studying Japanese and Spanish. My main field of study is Spanish, but I am also studying Japanese. And I started studying French this semester too, but it's more like a side thing. French does not actually count towards my degree. I'm just taking it because I want to learn French. Bueno, hablando de español, pues sí. Es que he empezado estudiándolo hace 15 años. Okay, it's go time. Thanks for the good luck. No way, you fucking bitch! Thanks for the good luck. Pero sí, también sé hablar japonés. Español también, obviamente. Francés, pero no... Mi francés es literalmente lo más básico. Hexel arrives. Oh shit. Fuck. That was quick, yeah. I was trying something. I did lose like a second, like a second and a half there. I forget what pace that was, but it was definitely sub 1030 pace. At least I think so. As long as I am 2 seconds ahead, I can sub 1030. Which is my current goal. Sub 1030 is my current goal. My next goal, which will be much harder, is subbing 1020. 1020 is going to require a lot of things happening. Oh my fuck, this nut is being a bitch. Okay, yeah, I'm switching back to Genlock. I'm resetting it so that way. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I was seeing that I was having troubles with the nut, I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. Don't rest your eyes from the screen. Yeah, take it easy. Get some good sleep. Make sure to get yourself a good breakfast. Breakfast is important. For those that eat breakfast. Since like 1 year ago. Only 1 year ago. Seeing English people speaking to improve your listening. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you have issues, like if you're wondering what a word I'm saying is, I might be able to explain it to you or translate it from English into Spanish if you need it. But it is, of course, a good idea to keep practicing. But I am studying Spanish. I'm studying Spanish at my university as my specialization. The Spanish language is my specialization. I had the choice between Spanish or translation. Spanish translation, and I was advised not to take the translation because one of my professors told me, if you, well, she asked me what my goals were for Spanish, and my goal wasn't to be be able to translate, but rather being able to use the language. My goal is not necessarily to be able to translate, but rather be able to speak the language with natives. I can create the gap, or like bridge the gap between the languages, but the idea for me is to not base anything off of my English when using Spanish. So, thanks for the good luck. Yeah, watching, we actually call those live streams, or just streams. Wow, the Nut's being an asshole. The Nut just does not care. That fucker basically says, oh yeah, so you're not allowed to PB? That was a very understandable noise. And relatable. Knowing Axel, yeah. In Japanese, they actually also use the term stream, but it's the Japanese word for it, which is haishin. But sometimes they might say raibu. I just usually say haishin. Okay, that's 2 seconds. So this is a 127 pace. Okay, this is a dead run. I usually just say streams. Though the technical term is live streams. Just call it lives. To become a soundboard when you bowl, but people don't hear you. Mr. Butt, you should connect yourself up to a mic. So we can hear your sounds. Us sound people would probably appreciate it. Now, grab the fucking nut, you piece of shit. I fucking hate this fucking nut. You fucking suck, you bitch. Stupid fucking nut keeps killing my runs. I fucking hate you, please just fucking die. This fucking nut keeps killing my runs. Fuck you too. Axel, you should probably clip that whole thing. Will this be on Spotify? No, this will be on the test though. There we go. 126. That song was fire. Dude, I fucking hate the nut. Dude, the nut diss track, come on. Just assume that, like, every single, mistake is just a second. Make a song during Antagony. Antagony is not really like a lyrical song. Type song. Yeah, about 2 seconds. Tangible suspicious wrench pupper. That's actually somewhat topical. I caught it early enough. This does not have a significant chance of subbing 1030. However, it does have a decent chance of PB. Fucking That sucks. Fuck you. Come on. It's 2 seconds. Another second. What? Oh yeah. Oof. I don't know how I got that jump, but it's... Don't need to question it, right? Fuck off, dude! Is this PBable? Probably not. Not anymore. That run was pretty crappy. Axel, can you DM me that clip? I might even upload it to YouTube. Shit. Nah, that was not so close. Now, if I were in the ballroom, then I would probably say, oh yeah, so close. Okay, game. I'll still try as best I can to, Nope. I wouldn't accept that. Because that's 129. I'd like to have at least some, like, I do want to have at least some level of quality. Axel, do you have work tomorrow? I forget. Probably no Crash 3 today, huh? Because, I mean, unless I just, like, get it within the next, like, 10 minutes or something. This run is, pretty nice. High 125. Maybe it's a mid 125. Bro is just running away. Mid 125, yeah. No, damn it. Why did you go too far to the right? I would like to at least finish one more run. Even if it's not a PB, I would like to finish one more run with this new route. Damn, this is fast. What the hell? I have a hair that's falling on the side of my face. I can feel it. Ah. This is a 127. Man. If not today, Wednesday when I have more time. And if not Wednesday, then let me see here. Friday, I think I'm hanging out with Shin. But I could do runs in the morning. I don't remember what I don't have anything for Saturday. And then Sunday I'm gonna work with Saren to get the rest of our basement cleaned up. Then we're gonna do some other things. We have a huge project. Like I said, the nut fucking sucks. If it just really does, if it really doesn't want you, if it does not want you to progress, it will let that be known. I don't understand why it's so specific, but it will let you know when you're not allowed to continue the run. Like, right then and there, I lost, like, an entire second just because the nut said, nah. Actually, it was more like a second and a half, just because the nut said, nah. And then the game decides. See, basically, you get the nut, and then you have the post-nut cave, and then you have the post-nut clarity, which is just when you become very, very upset and depressed, and you're like, what did I just do? That sums up the entirety of Hub 1, basically. The Hub 2 is where the magic happens. Really? 3 times? The game almost pushed me off again. This isn't gonna become one of those grinds. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Okay. Special time save. I'm gonna go for the special time save. Because he shouldn't be getting a 129. That's the kind of time you get when something really bad happened. Really? Fucking nut. If the nut just weren't such a bitch. Huh? I just looked over and I'm like, wait a minute, why does one of my live streams have 2 dislikes? Oh, probably because of that, of a couple of guys that I decided to ban because they were being fuckers. Understandable. Always happens. And I know there's one person that just dislike bombs like everything I upload. Thank you. I don't know, to me, it's just like, okay, so you want to dislike every video a guy uploads just because you don't like them. What are you proving to yourself other than you just being an asshole? Like, when you think about it, it's like, who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. You get no satisfaction from it. It's just, you're being really fucking dumb. like, congrats. Nobody cares about dislikes in modern YouTube. Especially when it's, like, no consistency. Like, I mean, it would make sense if, you know, you're making content and it's like, well, it's what people don't want to see. So you would look at, like, you know, all of the likes, and then if there's any, like, dislikes or whatever. But pretty much what dislikes have become, since you can't easily see them, is more like the dislikes are, oh, I don't like this guy. Go wash your dishes. Damn! That's a burn. But no, yeah, it's like, people now know that, like, they can look at... Buenas, ¿qué tal? Yeah, it's like, people who are YouTubers don't really look at dislikes, because dislikes are just saying, like, okay, how many people just don't like you? Oh, it's 100? Okay, cool. But they know from the amount of likes if something's successful. And I know I keep getting this email saying, like, oh, well, you know, I could be your account manager and do all this stuff. It's like... But if I want to open a membership, I would rather do it on my own. I'm not giving somebody access to my channel, my speedrunning channel, and dictating how I run my speedrunning channel. Like, what am I gonna do? Like, PB and then just fucking view block it? Members only for a week? Like, dang. Like, seriously, like, am I seriously gonna... But, like, seriously, it's like, oh yeah, if you want to, like, incentivize people to get memberships, you should put your PBs behind paywalls. Go fuck yourself? I was too far to the left. Respectfully, though. No, I wouldn't even do it with respect. I would probably just say, go fuck yourself, you don't understand my hobby. Like, in some semblance. And, like, let's say, like, if... Probably if I were to, like, do memberships. Because I can open memberships on my YouTube. I can do that, and then people can, like, become members to my channel. But I have nothing to offer. But I could do, like, glitch hunting streams or, like, tutorial making streams that would be members only. But who the fuck would pay for a membership to watch a fucking stream of a dude editing a fucking tutorial? When there's nothing else to offer. Like, you know, if I had, like, a massive following, like, you know, 20,000 subscribers, 30,000 subscribers, something like that, then it would probably make sense. Well, see, you could also, if you wanted to, and I'm not saying that you should, but I'm saying, like, if you wanted to, at least, this is in my opinion, it would be better that you would do it in the form of a super chat instead of paying in, like, a monthly thing, because it's like, if you like it, if you like what I do, blah blah blah, you can support me by giving me some cash instead of giving me cash every month and get basically nothing for it. So essentially you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart instead of instead of, you know, basically, like, paying for something for like, monthly that you kind of get nothing out of. It does not make sense to me. Because at that point, I would prefer a super chat or, like, a donation or something like that. Or you could sub to my Twitch, where you can get, emotes. Not that people use my emotes. I don't know anybody that uses my emotes. But my Twitch, at least for right now, is actually, like, set up directly. But then again, like, say, in Brazil, for example, I'm not sure how the currency exchange is because Twitch changed how it does its, subs or whatnot. But that does go directly to me. I'm not sure. I don't have all of the monetization set up for YouTube. Like, I mean, for one, I'm actually actively trying to prevent putting ads on my videos, even though I could make a decent amount of revenue from them, because my any percent runs get a decent, and get, like, decent views. I am very I'm very anti-advertisements. And honestly, I'll even fucking say it. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if I actually end up putting ads, I will literally be on Twitch and I'll show everybody how to fucking do ad block. I don't care. And then just basically get paid from the random people that come onto the channel instead of the subs. Because honestly, I don't think it's worth your time to sit through advertisements of a speedrun. That does not make any sense. Maybe a tutorial or something like that, but even then, I think it's invasive. I honestly just think if you want to support somebody you like, you should give them a donation or something, rather than putting things behind paywalls and whatnot. Especially for speedrunning, I don't agree with putting anything in speedrunning behind a paywall. I think that everything in speedrunning should be free for everybody to, like, be able to access. Because as a hobby that is very information-based, we should be capable of accessing everything. I don't know, I have weird views on this, and I understand this, despite the fact that I do have my stuff monetized. But it's not my job. I don't make anything. Dollars weren't so freaking expensive. Well, yeah, exactly. You're in Brazil, you don't have access to, like, all of the financial things to be able to do that, and that's fine. Like, it doesn't make sense. And anybody... Listen, I'm not a $5. It's $5. If you can't make $5... If you don't have $5, you should go work to get those $5 and then give the $5 to me. I don't know if anybody gets that meme. Because... it was a Twitch thought. That was... hilarious. Es una broma. No te preocupes, es una broma. But yeah, it's like... Oh yeah, that vid is fucking... Like, that was memed on to death, and she was like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. Yes, you fucking did. Yes, you fucking did. Of course you fucking meant exactly what you said. Because you liked the attention and you wanted the simps to give you money. It's like, no shit. And I wouldn't even be surprised if, like, most of the decently big female streamers on Twitch treated their chat the exact same. I would not be very surprised. Just, like, in more subtle ways. And like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, and I always say this. I'm not going to be fake nice to people that come into my chat. If I really think that if you're not being respectful, I will return it in kind and potentially ban you. But I'm not going to try to, like, treat people unequally, no matter who they are. I think everybody should be treated equally. Basically meaning, I don't care anything. If you're gonna be an idiot, I'm gonna treat you like one. If you're gonna act like a kid, I'll treat you like one. But if you act like an adult and be respectful, then, I mean, you know, we'll shoot the shit, talk about dumb shit, maybe talk about something intellectual. Or not. Ignore that. And that's it. I don't know. But I like yapping. As the kids are saying these days. I like to yap. Yap streams do sound like fun, but at the same time it's like, what am I accomplishing with just fucking talking in a stream? I'd rather do something while talking. Bro's hitting us with Japanese. True. Like, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's something to explore in the future, right? Like, watching some neat little speedrunning videos. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, the thing is that, like, yeah, exactly. Like, the aspects that make somebody a minority do not really, I do not value those aspects. I value personality, respect, and, I value personality, respect, and I wanted to say a third thing, but it's like, virtue? I don't fucking know. That's the thing, is that, like, you could be basically anything as long as it's not immoral. You could say you could say so many things, and it's like, well, if you're cool, let's be friends. Let's talk. Fuck it. I don't care. And I think that's how the world should be. It's just acknowledge. It's like that one meme, right? It's like, and this is basically what happens in the modern day, at least in the US, is like somebody coming out to their friends. It's like, oh, I'm gay. And then they'll probably just squint and be like, oh, okay, what are we having for dinner? Are we getting pizza? Like, what's going on? Which, I mean, to be fair, it's a big deal for the person that does it, but it's like, that's just kind of how I feel, is just like, oh, that doesn't change if you're just gonna, you know, if you're gonna be a cool person, you're gonna be a cool person. If you're gonna be an asshole, you're gonna be an asshole. You don't have to be anything else. Prices are too high. Yeah, like, dude, have you seen the Papa John's prices? Dude, you could be spending $80 nowadays. That's insane. What the fuck? Dude, like, listen, alright? And I know people mock Little Caesars. It's like, dude, Little Caesars is like low quality. Domino's is... Oh yeah, Domino's is getting expensive too, isn't it? Papa John's is more expensive, but like, listen, Little Caesars is the way to go, because like, you get that hot and ready for what, $5? It's like, shit. Like, that shit, it's ready. It's ready to eat. For $5, it's like, well, maybe it's not that great pizza. It's still pizza, yeah. Pizza is hard to fuck up. Oh, Axel, you're going to learn next time you come here. I actually really like Papa John's. Yes, Axel knows exactly. And no, you won't be ready. I already have a plan. $80 is 600 KIs, yeah. I remember my mom, the last couple times my mom went to Papa John's, I think she bought like 2 or 3 pizzas, and then she bought brownies and cheese sticks. And of course, I'm the one that goes out and gets it, usually. And I go out there, and then, you know, I get to look at the receipt, and then I just look at that, and I'm like, Mom, you're spending $80 fucking on pizza. What's wrong with you? Go to Little Caesars. You could get Little Caesars for like $5. Bro, we need money. Exactly! That's what I'm saying! That's exactly what I'm saying, is like, dude, come on. Bro saying I hate being broke as fuck, but then he laughs at me for getting the 2 for $6 at Arby's, which actually I didn't even go to that. Oh yeah, the US is expensive as fuck. Especially food. Don't come here expecting to, like, be able to buy shit. I mean, there's, like, a couple of things, right? Like, there's a couple of things. For one, we do have higher access, we have more access to money, so you do have to factor in that, yes, things are way more, like, way more, expensive here, but people have more access to money. You do have to put that into account, that people have more access to money here. But at the same time, the prices here are much higher than they're supposed to be for how much we get, which is why the United States economy is plummeting like fuck. So, like, I mean, in Brazil, you might be able to get stuff like what we would consider, like, cost $20 for, like, probably less than $1, something like that. But also, the thing is that if people started making the same amounts of wages as the US, the Brazilian prices would go up too. Do I still have the 100% record? I do. What the fuck, dude? What an asshole. Okay, that was cool. I haven't gotten out of Hub 1 in a while. Honestly, and take it from me, I wish I could draw. I don't believe that I have the ability to do so. I have the genetics, from what I know, because like I have a lot of artistic talent. What category is this? This is any percent, where you just finish the game as fast as possible. I have the genetics, but I also have a lot of coordination problems that would make drawing very, very difficult. Yeah, I have coordination issues. I know, it doesn't seem like I have coordination issues, considering, like, I do input-based speedrunning, but trust me. Maybe, but, also, I don't think that I would want to as well. That's another factor. Like, I wish I could, but I don't want to, basically. But voice acting is something I could do. Oh, so you're a game dev. Are you remaking Crash Twinsanity? Lol. Oh, so you're a game dev. Tell me how many times you've tried to remake Crash Twinsanity. Please don't. A remake of this game would be for naught. It would not be what the people want. Neither the old fans nor the new fans, and the devs would not be able to make it good. Yeah, also too much time for nothing in return. That too. And the moment you try to be monetized, you're getting sued. Activision will fucking... They will search your fucking home. Oh my fuck. Dude, just get me out of Hub 1. I'm tired of being in Hub 1. Just get me out. Get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out, get me out. Oh, I see what happens there. Slide glitch. Depression sucks. Yeah. The last time I really started feeling depressed, or, I mean, I don't know, studying abroad changed me a lot, and wow, that was dumb. Studying abroad actually, like, took away a lot of, like, my depressive feelings, but at the same time, like, coming back, I felt it pretty bad, even though I was, I was trying to hide it, and I still long for going back to Japan. The piece of me was left back there, on that side of the planet. but it really changed my perspective on a lot of things. I used to be incredibly doomer towards Americans, and I don't anymore. Of course, like, you know, the future of the nation, on the other hand, I'm pretty doomer about. Oh, damn it. But that's beside the point. Like, it just kind of speeds up the process of me leaving the country over anything else. Considering, like, learning multiple languages, being multilingual in the United States is not really a sought after skill. Yo, he's getting to hustle. He's getting rich so he can buy out Arby's, so he can change the menu, so he could say, okay, this shit ain't mid anymore. Oh, my life has been pretty shitty, actually. I went through a lot of bullshit. Some of it was not self-inflicted, but has anyone found a new skip for the Evil Twins? There's basically nothing you can do. Except maybe speed up the Nina phase. Everything else is like as optimized as possible for the boss fight. Antagony has nothing. Yeah, it's the little things basically. I'm a pretty stubborn son of a bitch. Like, it takes a lot of shit to crush me. It really does. I could go through a lot of shit. And I don't say that proudly. I'm just saying that as a matter of fact. And it's like, I really hope that that doesn't, like, become tested anytime soon. I mean, it certainly was fucking tested in Japan, I'll tell you that much, considering I almost got stuck in the country and needed to be deported. Because of a series of incredibly unfortunate circumstances, which almost left me broke. And also left me almost left me trapped in the nation. That was scary as fuck. Yeah, there's most likely nothing that can be found. Like, I've been grasping at straws. Oh, I studied abroad in Japan during the summer, and because I was flying on standby and basically got super unlucky, I had to basically like pay for half a ticket, then a full ticket. Then I also basically like had the same thing happen where I was supposed to leave on the 29th, and as an American you don't need to get a visa as long as you're not in another country for 90 days. I was on the cusp of reaching 90 days. And I had like, oh shit, let's go. But yeah, basically, you're going really hard in the right direction. Oh wait, that's not a let's go situation. Hold up, sorry, I can't fucking read, my bad. Anyways, Oof. But yeah, so because of a series of very unfortunate circumstances, which no. I didn't commit a crime. No. So, because I was flying on standby after the what was it? It was that one like crash that happened and like affected most corporate Microsoft machines. It fucked up flight schedules and it fucked up standby. Really bad. So I basically had to improvise and then find a plane ticket that I could afford because I was running low on money. And then I got that. But unfortunately after that, hang on, I'm trying to think and also play the game at the same time. My flight got canceled after that too. Luckily, it was a mechanical issue that time, so they basically allowed me to redirect my flight for free, or like reschedule my flight for free, and I was able to get a much more expensive flight without breaking the bank. That was really good, and I managed to get out of the country before I could get deported. But yeah, no, I didn't commit a crime. If there were any crimes I committed in Japan, it was being a foreigner in Japan. But yeah, it was a very scary situation because I probably would have to go to being a foreigner in Japan. As in not being a native, not being born in Japan from a different country. Yeah, so, my next step that I would have done if I had issues after that would have been, I'd probably contact the embassy. The next thing to do would be to contact the American embassy and try to, like, say, like, hey, look, I'm in this situation. I can't get out of the country and I'm about to be deported. What do I do? Now, they can basically, like, help you get out of the country, and get back to your own country. They can pay for your ticket and everything, which I didn't know until after I got everything done. But I was, like, really close to reaching the 90-day limit. Where, yeah, they can lend you money. Yep. That's exactly what would have happened. Is they would have lended me money, and I would be able to get back to my own country. But, of course, at the time, I didn't know. It was also my first time being, like, abroad, let alone overseas. I mean, I went to Canada, but that's different because, like, being in Canada is very different just because, like, it's, you know, the same landmass. If, like, there would be almost no problems with me getting back home. But, you know, when you're halfway across the globe during, like, a really sketchy situations, like, it's kind of terrifying because especially when you don't know the procedure. You would just take a train, exactly. What the hell? I'm gonna go fast here. I'm pretty far behind. Huh? That makes no sense that I didn't get that. So the game is just actively being a dick towards me. So yeah, that's kind of an example of one of the things that basically happened. Also, that flight in particular got delayed by, like... Vaya putísima mierda. That particular flight got delayed by, I think, 2 hours, and then on top of that, because it got delayed, somebody else took our gate. Another airplane took our gate, and then the gate wouldn't come to us. It malfunctioned, so we didn't even know when we were able to deplane. Because the gate was not opening. Luckily, it only took them 30 minutes to fix it, but it's like, dude, the amount of things that happened to me. And the thing is I also had problems getting to Japan because of the fact that I was flying standby. It was probably one of the most awful experiences that I've ever had. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it's gonna be a while before that. I got gate kept. I literally got gate kept. I got gate kept. You live in a place for 3 months, and then the place just doesn't want to let go. I'll go for another 26 minutes or so, and if I don't PB today, then I'll have more time on Wednesday. I don't think I'll have time tomorrow. I'm probably gonna be way too tired tomorrow. I mean, I have a Japanese exam, and it's a kanji exam. Hate those. And then I have a French class where we're gonna be going over the exam that we just did last week, and then I have a we're starting a new story in my early Spanish literature class. So, I mean, having 3 different language classes and then... 3 different language classes and then, 3 different language classes and, 1 exam in one of them. I'm gonna be tired tomorrow. I'm usually tired on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's why, like... I mean, on Mondays and Wednesdays, I have 2 classes. One is just, Spanish Advanced Grammar and, Composition, which is fine. That class isn't that hard. Damn it. And then I have, the history of the rising of the civilization of Spain, which essentially goes from like 700 AD-ish to like right now we're in the Spanish Renaissance. And we're gonna go through the Baroque period starting next Tuesday, or next Monday. Usually those days aren't very difficult. It's usually fine because it's just Andorra. We don't do Andorra. We do briefly go over stuff that happened to form Portugal, but very, very, very little because it's basically about the autonomous communities. So we're... Two seconds, that's fine. It's 127. Thank you. It might even be a 126 actually. Nope, 127. Really, dude? Come on. Ignore that. It's not from rage. It's something else. Don't worry about it. No, that's not. No, I was being serious. I'm not actually that frustrated. At least not at the game. Like, the thing is I'm so fucking used to half of the bullshit that this game is giving, that this game gives, that I'm not really phased. Unless I'm trying, like, really hard. Which I am not doing right now. All of this is basically to be expected. Though I am very surprised. What am I graduating in? I am studying the Spanish language. That is my, that's my focus. And in the United States, we usually have two things that we focus in. We call them major and minor. So my main focus is the Spanish language, and my secondary is Japanese translation. And what I mean by the Spanish language is we learn cultural things about the language. We learn history, or the people that speak the language. So that would mean Latin America and Spain. We obviously learn the language. We take classes in the language, and we don't focus on that. Okay, listen. Considering I know you're Italian and I saw you saying cook, I was getting very scared. Because that's when you get threatened with the pasta. You killed by pasta, you die by penne. Porco Dio. And when an Italian says cook, you start sweating, man. The Italians do not fuck around when it comes to food. I'm gonna mail me some burnt spaghetti. Is that like the mafia calling card? You're gonna send me some garlic bread? Mail me some garlic bread? Like, that's not even Northern Italian, bitch. That's Sicilian, fucker. Meatballs aren't even Italian. Well, I do not have any Italians in my Discord yet, so you are safe to do so. But if anybody that is not in my Discord wishes to join my Discord, since I'm probably going to be ending stream soon, Dio, you do have to double post it for the YouTube people. Thank you. So, in case you want to have funny memes, also language talk, or practice your English, Spanish, or Japanese. Japanese, if I could get enough people that use Japanese, I'll make a separate channel for that, and then we can communicate or something. Yeah. You're in attendance, and I'm going to end stream very soon. I think next attempt is going to be my last attempt for the night. I'm too exhausted to continue. 3 hours after going to school for like 6, and then having an hour back and forth. I will try to make this no reset as fuck. Or not. That would be my last attempt for the day. Just catching the end. Yep, unfortunately. If I'm definitely not gonna stream tomorrow. I'll be way too tired. Wednesday I will be home early, and I'm doing a an online exam Wednesday. That's actually why I'm going home. I don't have that class. I just have to take the exam during class time, so I'll be home then. And then probably I'll be doing runs like around 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, or Eastern Daylight Time. Which, for reference, I usually get home at about 7 p.m. instead of 4. I'll be starting stream 4:30, so I'll have a lot more time to get runs in, and I will probably be less tired. And if I don't PB by then, I'll probably if I don't PB by then, I'll probably PB on Friday or Saturday. So yeah, let's see if there's anybody to raid. Probably not. It's 10:30. Most people that I watch don't stream. Maybe I'll raid Draco. I'll think about it. Yeah, let's raid Draco. Hang on, let me bring up his Twitch so that way I can easily communicate with him. Try to make this note. Reset the nut instantly said nope. Yep, exactly. That's what I'm saying, man. The nut is evil. That's why the nut decides. If the nut says no, the nut says no, and you're just fucked. Alright, you could say whatever the hell you want. And for anybody that is on YouTube that wishes to participate and at least watch, since he doesn't do YouTube streams, here you go. Here's the Twitch link. So yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Goodbye.